Okay, this video is pretty much meant for Conrad. Pretty much. I explained this before about where I'm taking my art. Like I said, I've created my own circle. No one else is in it. Not saying that it's some type of group or something like that. I'm more of speaking from the point of more of like it's just I've been looking at movies, comic books. I've been watching a lot of movies, and I have this app on my phone where I download all these comic books and stuff, and I'm trying to see where is the market going and trying to go in the other direction. Pretty much, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to do something that's repetitive. It's just me. It's like I'm trying to think outside the box with everything that I do now. Trying to develop characters coming from a just from a more background that people are not used to. Like I was saying in the video I did a while back, is just I want to create characters that have some type of like lifestyle that's outside the box. I don't want to do a police character or a Tomb Raider character that's a female that have a big ass and big breasts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, she looks amazing and she has blonde hair and blue eyes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to go outside the box, or doing a character where he's a superhero but he just happens to look like he can be in a Playgirl issue or something like that. It's just like everybody's doing the same thing right now and stuff. And I think that with these movies coming out, which one of the movies that I watched that I couldn't stand were Captain America. Thor was kind of okay. But it's like all of these movies, they're going straight Hollywood. And comic books, to be honest with you, they do the same thing. They're like Hollywood with the comic books or whatever and stuff. Like a person have to look a certain way. A female has to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It was one part on Transformer where the lead girl got out of her Mercedes Benz or whatever, okay? And the camera zoomed down to the tires, so when she opened the door, you can get a sneak peek of her panties or whatever. That's just some perverted shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I looked. You know what I'm saying? Because they put it in my face or whatever. But, like, I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, this is what they give us, you know what I'm saying? They think that everybody that read comic books are like perverts that just want to see shit explode and stuff. And it's like everybody's falling for it. And things like that, like the Thor movie or whatever and stuff like that, okay? I didn't care about none of the characters if any of them get killed or anything, because they didn't write the script to make you care about the characters. What's the name of the lead character in that movie? What is her name? The female character that's in Thor that plays his love interest or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they put her in there because she's an Oscar winner or whatever and stuff, and like I just thought it was like she didn't belong in it. No. Like, I just thought, like, why is she in this movie? She doesn't belong in this movie. My fault for saying no. I was talking to my wife. But it's like they put her there. It's like sometimes I think when you make these comic book movies and stuff like that, they need to go and get characters that are not huge. You know what I'm saying? You can't get Denzel Washington to play Bishop in a comic book or whatever because Denzel is bigger than life almost when it comes to movies. And like you can't have Tom Hanks play Cyclops or whatever and all that stuff just because he got an Oscar or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they do that a lot in these movies and all that stuff, and I just think it's just horrible. But back to what I was saying pretty much is that I'm just going a different route of creating characters and stuff. Like instead of creating that character that a lot of people love to create where it's a kid that get bullied in school or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everybody picks on him and stuff and all that. Then he has this whole Spider-Man concept frame or whatever of like, he can't get the girl or whatever and stuff because he's a nerd. How many times have you seen that over and over again with Superman and all of these other comic books and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why can't the bully, the person that's picking on people at school, be the superhero, then all of a sudden have a change of heart about bullying people? Or he continues to bully people, okay? Why can't he have a pimple on his nose or hair growing out of his ears or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Or be a little bit overweight or a little bit too skinny or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't do this. It's like you have to look a certain way to either be in a comic book or on the movie screen. The only people they really have fun with are villains, but never like superheroes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like everybody want them to be a certain way. If I see one more comic book that has a porno chick in there, and you sitting here knowing that there's no way in hell she can be a superhero, but she has nice tits and ass, so we're gonna make her a superhero. You know, I mean, I think the whole industry is just dead. I just watched tons of movies. I watched Green Hornet. I watched Green Lantern. I watched Captain America. I watched The Incredible Hulk. Both of them over again or whatever and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they get these characters and all that stuff, and I'm sitting here like I don't see this person playing Incredible Hulk, which Edward Norton actually did a good job. You know what I'm saying? But the first guy that they chose this pretty boy that was all chiseled up and all that stuff. And I don't remember Incredible Hulk being that pretty boy chiseled up and all that stuff. And the same thing with Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a pretty boy, but they got Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine, which he's about, 8 inches taller. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like everything is just going Hollywood. And I give you a really good example is Batman when they had Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Mr. Freeze. Are you serious? First of all, his character is too big to play a role like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's also a typecasted character. You know what I'm saying? He plays a certain type of person. Then you put Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, you know? Just things like that. And it all falls into just these people that come up with these concepts and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're the one that's doing the artwork and developing characters and all that stuff. And it's just like, I'm just getting tired of it. It's like I'm watching all of these movies and they're just dead. I mean, they're just horrible. We'll never get movies like Aliens anymore done by Ridley Scott, you know what I'm saying? Or get a James Cameron Terminator movie or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Where the female character, she wasn't hot. Like, she wasn't hot. She was like a mom or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And like, she looked like a mom, but a mom that would blow your brains out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, give me a character where there's a black girl that's in high school that is pregnant, you know, that has real problem. Her parents have AIDS or something like that, and she's running around robbing people and taking their money, and she's pregnant. Not saying I would do something like that, you know what I'm saying? But just give me something that's more realistic, something that's more alive or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like you read these comic books and these movies and stuff, and they pretty much create these characters that you can't relate with, you know? They might find one little aspect like Spider-Man or whatever and all that stuff, which I think one of the reasons that comic book was so successful was pretty much based off of a lot of people have been bullied and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when they created that character, 100 other artists created that character over again, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of makes me upset. It's like, okay, X-Men when it first came out, it was innovating, yes. But how many more X-Men have you seen after that? You know what I'm saying? Alpha Flight, X-Force, you know? Up-to-date X-Men's like Uncanny X-Men or like all of these groups, Generation X, then they base them off of things that have been done as repetitive over and over and over and over again, you know? I don't want to go that route. I'm going somewhere else where there's nobody over there and I'm sitting in my own circle and I'm not letting people in a circle. That's how I feel or whatever. But it's like every time I see people create these characters and all that stuff on DeviantArt, concept art and stuff, it's the same shit. I mean, people are looking at other characters and say, that character look cool. I wonder how I should make it. You know what I'm saying? People need to get their sketch pads, go in a dark room by themselves, you know what I'm saying, and come up with some ideas. because nobody's doing it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm spending a lot of my time doing, is coming up with my own concept. You know what I'm saying? Putting like these like plots together, and these concepts and things like that, and just putting them all together and creating something that hasn't been done, you know. And that's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm thinking outside of the box because nobody else seems to be thinking outside of the box. I did see the movie Green Hornet. I liked it. Everybody else hated it. I do think that they didn't really stick to the script of Green Hornet and stuff, but I read on Amazon that a lot of people was pissed off because the person that played Green Hornet was doing a lot of cursing in it and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, which I thought was funny or whatever. People said superheroes don't curse and stuff, and like on Amazon they gave that movie probably like 1 star or whatever and all this stuff. I thought Green Hornet was hilarious all the way through. I thought some of the things that they were doing in there just had me dying or whatever and all this stuff. The way Kato was acting and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I thought it brought life to the characters and all that stuff, but people like hated that movie. And that movie Kick-Ass, whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying? It was like that movie did horrible in the box office and stuff because it was something different, you know? Nobody wants to see things like that. I mean, Kick-Ass is a real good example of doing something new, going somewhere else with your concept, you know? Nobody wants to do things like this. There's a lot of things that's happening in our world today, you know, the bailout of these like banks and all of that stuff, how the economy is going, Occupy Wall Street, all of these events out here that are around us we can use as character concepts, but nobody is using them. They just going back to oh shit, I remember when this artist drew this, so I'm gonna try to mimic it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Where there's so much going on out there, you know what I'm saying? Like with my oil paintings that I'm doing now, and with some of the concept characters design I'm doing now and stuff like that, I'm trying to oil paint stuff that's different that people's not doing, okay? You know, I'm not going to keep just doing portraits over and over again, which there's nothing wrong with that because I do portraits and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I try to switch it up now, you know, try to do something different or whatever. Try to do a portrait from above the person's head at a crazy foreshortening angle or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Just something different, because nobody's doing nothing different. That's pretty much what I was talking about, Conrad. So, you know, if you watching this video, whatever and stuff, I'm just, you know, just talking about, you know, just being different outside of the box and stuff like that. Watch, like when I begin posting again, you're gonna see characters that have life to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like a lot of life to them. You know what I'm saying? Like this person who's a superhero, or you don't even have to be a superhero. This person that's just in a story that I created or whatever, because everybody don't have to be superheroes and all that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm gonna create these characters and you're gonna be thinking like this person could be sitting next to me in class, you know what I'm saying? I can see me being this person's friend. I want people to relate, you know? Pretty much that's all I was talking about, but that's what I'm doing. Peace.